Hi guys, have you tried credit repair company after credit repair company after credit repair company with no results? Well guys, this video may be perfect for you because in today's video, we're not going to only teach you how to remove everything guaranteed from your credit report, but you may be able to get $1,000 per collection on your credit report. Guys, in today's video, we're going to show you what is called the arbitration method. Guys, it's a very powerful method. I want you guys to take notes, sit back and relax because in today's video, we're going to show you how to get everything removed in literally 2 months. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm part of Coach Q and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience to your own hands. If you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger in today's video, guys. We're going to show you what is called the arbitration method. But before we get to the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. It allows you to push this content to a wider audience and allows us to leave the lights on. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q and this is my lovely co-host, Miss Tina Talks Credit. Welcome back to the channel, Miss Tina. Guys, today's video, we have a very interesting video to say this because we're going to not only teach you how to remove everything from your credit report in literally 2 months, but we're going to also teach you how you can actually get checks in the mail from the collection agency that's not doing their due diligence properly. So let's dive straight in, guys. This is a lot. I want you guys to take some notes because we're going to go step by step in exactly how to do this properly. So let me share my screen. All right, so this is the step-by-step guideline on how we're going to actually go over what is called the arbitration method, right? So the arbitration method is going to basically allow you to basically sue the credit bureaus for willful non-compliance, and these are the steps. So step one, we're going to determine eligibility for your arbitration method. Step two, we're going to send a demand letter to the credit bureaus. Before filing for arbitration, you must formally notify the credit bureau that you intend to take legal action. Guys, this is going to be a little bit more detailed than the normal letter that you send to the credit bureau asking for a removal. This is serious stuff. We're going to write a demand letter, the violations. We're going to post deadline for a response, send it via certified mail, blah, blah, blah. Step three, we're going to choose the arbitration form. Most credit bureaus use AAA, American Arbitration Association for arbitration. Check the credit bureau's term of service to see which arbitration form applies to you. Step four, we're going to file the arbitration demand form. And we're going to go through everything step by step today. Once you determine the arbitration form, you need to file a demand for arbitration form. Download the demand form from a website, fill out your information, credit bureau, nature of the dispute. Three, attach the supporting evidence on how they went against the rules when it comes to your case. Filing fees, the AA usually charge $200 for consumers. Bureaus may cover the rest. Step five, we're going to send a demand form to the credit bureau, send a copy of the arbitration demand to the credit bureau, certified mail, send another copy to the arbitration organization, pay the filing fee unless you qualify for a fee waiver. Guys, I know this already sounding a little bit intimidating, but like I said, we're going to break this down in the most simplest form where your child would be able to do it, right? Address your credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Step six, await response and start the arbitration process. The credit bureaus has 30 days to respond. If they refuse the arbitration, you can sue them in small claims court instead. Step seven, prepare for the arbitration hearing, gather the evidence, prepare the legal arguments, be ready to negotiate. Sometimes they settle before the arbitration. Now, guys, I'm going to send it over to my, step eight, arbitration decision and enforcement. If you win, the credit bureaus may be forced to delete the inaccurate accounts. Like I said, we're going to get everything deleted and compensate you for your damages, cover your arbitration fees. Now, guys, this is some very serious stuff. This is another step above traditional credit repair. And if you win, you will be able to be compensated up to $1,000 per violation. And sometimes they settle, like I said, before the arbitration even begins. Now, the way we like to do the arbitration method is basically structure it before we even start the process. We're going to basically put you in the driver's seat for success prior to even filing the arbitration. This is a long-winded process, and we don't want you to basically go into the arbitration method hoping that you actually win. The way we like to structure arbitration arbitration is to make sure that we are formulating all the evidence where you are going to win, right, Ms. Tina? We're not going to put you in a position to actually give you a 30% chance of winning. This method is meant for you to have a very, very high chance of winning, not only getting the items removed, but also getting back. All right, so I'm going to let Ms. Tina take over the reins. She is going to give you guys the bread and butter, actually how to start the full process. Ms. Tina, go ahead, you have the reins.
Winning arbitration, it basically all boils down to whatever supporting documentation you have to support your claim. So that's why I say always keep your documentation, document every single thing that you get and receive from the credit bureaus or whatever creditor or company that you're taking to arbitration. But today we're talking about taking the credit bureaus to arbitration. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can go over some things with you, and we'll do a little step by step.
Okay, which one you want me to bring up? You want to bring up slide one?
I want to bring up slide one, but I want to see if I can bring it up on my end because it was a little bit blurry. Okay, so before even filing arbitration against the credit bureaus, you're going to want to check out what their terms of use are, because I'm sure you heard if you sign up for credit monitoring with Experian or Equifax or any of them, you're not allowed to sue them. You have to go through arbitration, all those things, which that's not entirely true, but we're talking arbitration here, so I'm going to try to stick to it. So you want to pull up their terms of use because you're going to have to send in their terms of use in with your arbitration demand letter, okay, that you're going to send to AAA. So make sure that you have that pulled up so that you know what the guidelines are in filing arbitration. So the next thing you're going to do is send a demand letter to the credit bureaus for filing arbitration. So today we're going to use, let's say, reinsertion of some type of negative item on your credit report. We'll use that as an example, and this will be our reason why we're filing arbitration. So, for example, you disputed a charge-off account, it came off your credit report, you have proof now because you should have your before credit report and your after credit report, and you should also have the dispute results letter from the credit bureaus telling you that they deleted whatever the account was. So this is going to be your supporting documentation. So now sit that to the side. You're going to write your demand letter. So now I'm going to show you an example demand letter for arbitration to the credit bureaus. So Q, if you could pull that one up for me, the example demand letter, and then we'll go back to the other. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick example of what a good meaty demand letter is for an account. So in the demand letter, you want to make sure that you use a factual background. You don't want to say stuff like, oh, it's not mine, or nothing crazy. Make sure you use straight facts. Use your Fair Credit Reporting Act law, fair debt collection practices, whatever your actual reason is for filing arbitration, even if it's just something simple like willful non-compliance. So make sure that you structure that demand letter perfectly. And also another thing with arbitration that I found is sometimes you can get them to settle through that demand letter if you send them enough supporting documentation that lets them know that you basically have them red-handed and they cannot win. I've seen them just kind of settle out, give you what you want, which is usually a deletion, and you kind of move on with it. So, all right. So in your demand letter, it's important to put your demand and damages and relief. So make sure that simple stuff, like if you had to pay like a credit repair company, like I put $945 here that you paid a credit repair company to get that collection or charge off or whatever off your credit report. So anything that you paid, anything that it cost you, whatever. I can't really read the letter that I'm saying here.
No, you good.
Okay, guys. So I messed it up again. I'm back. Okay. So back to the demand for damages and relief. Make sure that you are very specific in everything that it's cost you, even if it's, look, I put on one arbitration demand letter that it cost my client humiliation at work because it was some stuff going on. I'm not gonna get into that story, but they ended up winning $500 for that humiliation demand that we did. did along with the other funds. So yeah. So punitive damages, legal fees, arbitration costs, you want to make sure that you put that in there as well. If you paid the $250 to AAA for arbitration, put that in there. Just all the things. Like, I just want you guys to be able to take a snapshot, if you need to take a screenshot of this arbitration demand letter, so that when you do arbitration, that you actually get into the meat and potatoes of why you're actually filing for arbitration, because the credit bureaus can deny you arbitration. So that's why you send in the demand letter. So if you send in something that's kind of half-wit and not all together, and they're like, what is she even talking about? They're going to deny it, and then you're dead in the water, okay? So when you send the demand letter out, they have 30 days to give you an answer about whether or not they're going to go through with arbitration. So now let's move back over if we can to the filing arbitration form.
I want to expand on this as well. So like, this demand letter will be in the My Credit Approve system. Obviously, Miss Tina and her staff have this letter already structured, but arbitration is when they basically have went against the grain or went against the laws of the FCRA for your particular account. So like Miss Tina said, in this case, we are using reinsertion. So that means that if something got removed from your credit report and they re-reported it back on your credit report, it is merit for you to file the arbitration. But it can be a lot of things. It can be if it's the wrong account, if it's the wrong number, if it's the wrong amount. Everything in the credit report has to be, always remember, 100% verified, 100% accurate, and 100% timely. So if any of those things are not your case when it comes to how it's placed on your credit report, you have the ability to file arbitration. But in this case, you just want to make sure that it is eloquently structured. And if you can, write out a demand letter, like I said, it's inside the My Credit Approve system. And obviously, Miss Tina Talks Credit is going to have it in her system as well. Let me pull this one up so you can continue. All right, go ahead.
Okay, it's the next one. It's the filing arbitration. Yeah, it's that one. Thank you. So let's say the credit bureaus approve your arbitration, right? So the next step is you're going to choose your arbitration form, which more than likely is going to be AAA. They all use AAA, okay? So once you've chosen them, you have the option to either manually go onto their website and download the form and submit that way, or you can submit it online. So I'm going to share my screen. So if you manually just go and download the arbitration form to submit it that way, then you'll go, of course, to adr.org, and you'll click on consumer demand for arbitration form, which is here, and of course you'll fill that out, and you're going to send in the address and everything that you're going to send it to is, of course, it's going to be here. You'll send it in by mail, which is the long way. I don't suggest you do it this way, but hey, if this is how you want to do it, that's fine. But also make sure that you that you attach your demand letter in with this form if you do it. But of course, the quick way is to register for an account. Click on file a case or access your case here, and you click here to file a case. Now, of course, I'm not filing a real case, so I'm not actually going to fill all of this out, but basically I showed you the downloaded form so that you could just get an idea of what it looks like to file online. This is all you're going to be doing, is just filling out just this. So it looks like it might be a lot, but it's just basically this in online form. So now once you've submitted that, then you're going to wait for the arbitration team to get back to you. You're going to need to also, I forgot, you're going to need to pay it's either going to be $200 or $250. It's one of the two. I can't remember exactly which one it is. But if you're filing online, you'll pay that then online. And you're going to wait for your answer from arbitration. They're going to reach out to the credit bureaus. They're going to get back with you. Usually it takes less than like two weeks or so for them to get back with you. And when you're ready to go, I don't know if Q, have you ever been in arbitration before?
Once or twice, but it been wild. So you help both times. So like, arbitration is a whole nother level of credit repair. It really leaning more towards the legal side of it versus, dealing directly with the credit bureaus. But it's so powerful that people actually need to understand that not only can they get everything removed, they get awarded thousands of dollars in the process as well. I would add that gathering all of your information and lining up your ducks in a row is super important for this method. So that means that whatever the mistakes that they had, so for instance, if they have the wrong amount on your credit report, you want to screenshot the wrong amount and you want to basically show real-time the evidence of where they dropped the ball. The more that you actually show them, the better. And it's just super powerful just to go through the entire process. Now, I know the $200 is something you guys probably don't want to hear, but trust me, it is definitely worth it. If you have a solid case, guys, this can save you years of credit misery and get it all wiped off without having to worry about it coming back. Okay?
Yeah, and most of the people don't go through arbitration until they've exhausted reaching out credit bureaus to try to get them to do the right thing, because like you literally could have experienced like real fraud or real identity theft, but they just won't take it off your credit report or something like that. So like it's all about documentation, and make sure that if you're doing if you're gonna hold on to like the before credit report, make sure it's a direct credit report that's directly from the credit bureaus or it's not admissible. So with that being said, if you have all of your ducks in a row and you know that you're correct on the matter and you have all your documentations, by the time the arbitration team get back to you and you have to kind of submit over all of your information and then you kind of start with the back and forth, you're gonna win. We've won about 92% of our arbitration cases just because we keep all of our documentation and we call law. Like I pull law on you in a minute. You can't, refute the law. If I tell you you broke Fair Credit Reporting Act law XYZ and you say, what can you say against that if I have the proof of that? It's nothing you can do but fold. So it's nowhere near as hard as it may seem. It's just a little tedious kind of putting it together because you have certain steps that you have to take to get it together. But once you get the ball rolling, it's smooth sailing from there. All you got to do is stand your ground once it's time to actually get in arbitration. Easy.
And guys, this doesn't have very little to do with whether the account is yours or not.
Right.
The account can be yours, the debt can be yours, but a lot of where the creditors and the credit bureaus drop ball is not whether the account or the debt is yours, but the placement of the debt. So the placement of the debt is how you can get a lot of things moved, because they have to go through certain laws and guidelines of how they place the debt on your credit report. Like I said, it has to be 100% verifiable, 100% accurate, and 100% timely. So if any of those three criteria does not fit the placement of the debt, so that means that if the item is over 7 years old and past the statute of limitations, even though it is yours, falls into that category. If the item is completely incorrect, or if name is incorrect, or if the amount is incorrect, it falls into that category. If it's not verifiable and you have sent a lot of letters asking them to verify the debt and they have not sent you evidential proof of verification for this debt, it falls into the category. So guys, just because you feel like, okay, yeah, this debt is mine, but if it's not placed correctly, then you can still be considered for arbitration as well. I definitely want to add that.
Yep.
All right, did you want to say anything else before we get out of here?
Oh, this is easy stuff to do, guys. So don't move up when you feel like your back is against the wall and it's like, oh, file arbitration, I can't do that, I actually owe the debt. That's not the point. That's definitely not the point.
Guys, if you found this information helpful, please leave a comment in the comment section, guys. If you have any questions on arbitration, leave a comment, arbitration, in the comment section, guys, and we will answer your comments directly, making it a priority to start responding to every comment that we get, because we know that it might be some information that we do not say or miss the translation. So I definitely want to answer any questions, guys. Miss SIGNUP has a brand new credit school that she's launching and we are super excited.
Yes.
Guys, make sure that you send them love. If you want to learn credit in its full form from the best credit specialists in the country, guys, please go to the Tina Talks Credit channel, add her channel, send some love, go watch some videos. But also remember, on April 6th, she is launching her credit university. I'm excited about that, guys. If you want to do this arbitration method, everything that we talk about will be in the My Credit Approve system. We do have staff members that will walk you through the process as well. If it's just too much, if you're intimidated by the process, hire Miss Tina Talks Credit, sign up for a one-on-one call with her and her staff, and she will actually start the arbitration process for you directly, guys. If you have any questions or concerns, like I said, leave it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Guys, until next time, take care of your credit. Take care of yourself. Credit Coach.
Love it.